COVID-19 has now spread to more than 140 countries, rendering it a truly borderless virus. In response, a growing number of governments are sealing up their borders, and some are even blaming foreigners for the virus. Many experts are now worried the global health crisis we're all facing at the moment could turn into a diplomatic disaster as well. Soo-young has this report.
Government should draw a line between public health and politics when tackling COVID-19. That's according to experts in an interview with Arirang News on Monday. As countries around the world enforce bans and restrictions on incoming travellers, these actions could end up harming global cooperation rather than benefiting public health. Japan, for instance, decided to place travel restrictions on those coming from South Korea without prior consultation. Seoul then responded in kind.
You've got two highly technologically advanced countries. South Korea's work in testing for this virus is an example to the world. And actually, to build up old disputes and use this virus as a means to raise those disputes again is highly, highly dangerous, and just shows the rise of populist nationalism that really is all too prevalent in the world at the moment.
In fact, a number of world leaders have pointed the finger at immigrants or other countries as a whole for causing and spreading COVID-19.
I think the first country that began to point fingers was, in fact, the country where the disease originally emanated from, and that was China. China and Russia have both been issuing rather strange statements recently, at least public officials have from those countries, to the effect that the virus started with a U.S. Army operation of some kind. They're even suggesting biological warfare or some very strange theory, and that's not helpful to the situation.
Government leaders should rather encourage global solidarity in tackling the crisis. Experts highlighted the South Korean government's transparency and spirit of cooperation amid the crisis.
I was very impressed by your own Foreign Minister Kang this morning. She was on the BBC in England talking about how South Korea has faced up to this problem. Transparency, being honest with the population early, unlike China. I'd love to know what's happening in Russia. Nobody seems to know what's happening there at all.
Kang Kyung-ah told the BBC on Sunday local time that extensive testing has been the key to South Korea's low coronavirus fatality rate, and that governments have the responsibility to guard against panic. Soo-young, Arirang News.